got Aaron here, the poet of words, and I'm gonna actually ask him a loaded question and put him on the spot. It's not something I believe, but it's a loaded question just to see Aaron potentially squirm. All right, so we've done a trip on the north end range to the south end of the range. South end's obviously a lot lonelier. Is the south end a lot lonelier because it is the north end's objectively more beautiful?
Okay.
There's a very familiar star over there. Good friend Aaron was able to join me. And really hard to get a trip together with him because life just kept getting in the way. But now here we are. And you got another really familiar star this way. Lacey. Aaron, Lacey, and I are filtering water before our turn off to our ascent to Arrow Lake. Don't know if on the map this is the bridge that's supposedly washed out, but they have a bridge up. My map is old though. Really hot day.
Smell?
Especially after rain.
Oh yeah.
We're on our way up to Arrow Lake. Some good views of the valley. Pretty hot. Not enough shade is nice though. There's a pretty thick tree right here. For Eastern Oregon standards. A nice view of this valley, and there's actually some, you see the neon green, some larch groves. I had no idea the Eagle Cap Wilderness housed those trees. getting a bit windier and a bit more shade, but we're gonna have to walk back out into the sun right there.
Counting the seconds still, I have to. Really benefiting from those.
Well, we found the trail again. It's getting a little marshy for a second. Almost to the Heart Lake turnoff, I think. But, breeze feels nice. Pretty positive after looking at the map. This bench here is what houses Arrow Lake. So the finish line's in sight. So let's get up there and take a gander at what it looks like.
Talk about. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's that lake.
Our first view of the lake. I'm gonna start looking for camp. So Lacey's back here in the Wallowas. Last time she was here was in 2018, which was the trip after our wedding. So honey, from that 2018 trip to all the way to now, what was the one memory you have of that trip?
I just remember waking up to the snow and it was 4th of July weekend, so that was pretty unexpected.
What did you think of the mosquitoes then?
They were pretty horrid.
Were you kind of mad when I lost the toilet paper and the trowel?
A little bit.
What do you think of Arrow Lake?
Yeah, it's pretty.
You excited for tomorrow since it's all high country tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna see some open meadows.
You think the meadows are still alive, or you think they're kind of on the tail end?
I don't know, it's hard to say because it's pretty late in the summer.
There is yellow flowers behind you.
You're dead.
Oh shit. So I'm here with my good friend Aaron. We finally got a trip together after 2 years of like turmoil, it seems like. And back in the Wallowas, that was our last trip together back in 2020. From that 2020 trip, what was the one thing that stuck with you?
The amount of granite in this range and how bright the rock is. And how deceiving the high altitude is here too, for sure. It's just good to be back in this range with the quarters. It's good to be a Northwest wanderer again.
Seems we got the same temperatures as the last trip too.
I know, really, really hot, really dry and arid.
Would you say there's any differences from the north side and south side from your initial gatherings?
Yes, very more arid when we came up, more sage, for sure, like sage going up into the mountains, you know, where I don't think we had that on the last one. And the similarity is just how green it is. The green, lush meadows still have a lot of nice grass in them, and that contrasts, or it augments, the color of the lakes, makes the lakes look really green too. And then that contrasting with the white rock and the granite just makes it a really beautiful place. Really glad to be back.
This is what camp looks like. Just above the lake. As of right now, we do have it all to ourselves.
7 Devils.
That one we gotta do too,
Yep.
at some point. I was looking at that, but it's hard to do I was trying my best with that one too, but it's really hard to do a 3-day loop there. I want to do kind of like a little loop so we see something kind of new every day, but it was really hard to do it there without sacrificing a day to go through fucking like 5-6 miles of burn and shit. I'm like, yeah.
You can hike up from the canyon, but that's
Oh, that is gonna be hot.
that's a lot.
It's like
of-
110 degrees down there right now.
Jeez.
We camped near Riggins, Idaho, which is on the other side. Yeah, that's hot.
Exhaustion, man. That ruined like that one breakfast that
Oh yeah,
really like.
she doesn't like oatmeal anymore from that.
Yeah,
The
that
oatmeal ruined that.
forever.
But on our way out here, like
It's
he's
just like Sarah. she doesn't like oatmeal. She chokes on it.
Yeah, I can't even think about it. That was fucking nasty.
I really like that. Like that Lake Hawaii area is fucking lonely.
Is that the 110s right now too?
Probably, probably. Good morning. It is day 2. Camp is packed up and we're off towards the Eagle Lake area. Well, it's not really signed, but it's marked. We made it to our junction. Now heading back up to the other pass. We just dropped down a little, so now we gotta repay our debt. This upcoming pass here is one I'm really excited to see.
Lots of nice little campsites dotting the wilderness. This isn't a bad spot right here. Over these granite walls.
We're passing these little open swaths of meadow. It just started to smell a bit gamey. Elk or sheep or something. Very cool.
The meadow lark.
Pretty cool view from up the pass. I think we gotta go a little higher to the brown part of the pass, but really pretty. Here's the view the other way. We've been seeing a lot of this as we've been going up. Nice little plateau up here.
Ooh-wee. Clouds are gathering.
No. Hey, we just got done enjoying that little plateau. Dropping back down to the trailed section of the pass. Gonna continue down to Cache Lake. We'll then branch off to Eagle Lake. One last look in this direction.
We all kind of move forward and then stop.
Yeah, it's just non-stop pictures. Really pretty.
Yeah, that's basalt right there. This column.
Getting back down in the forest. We're just gonna skim it for a bit before breaking tree line again. So we're at Cache Lake for a snack break. Really cool little lake. Some nice campsites in here.
Gotta mark this on the come back to this spot.
We are now back on the move. Almost to the junction. That'll take us to Eagle Lake. Pretty sure that's Eagle Lake's head wall. So we're almost to Eagle Lake. Slowly get into our camp spot, which is actually up in there. Eagle Lake. Really, really beautiful.
last winter. A lot of...
How do you say this lake is blue in Latin?
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, we're filtering water, and Lacey still has a bunch of energy, so she's tackling that pass right now. It's already almost halfway up. Getting my scent up. And I started, Lacey is already at the base of the gully. I think Aaron finished taking photos and now he's on his way up. Really pretty place. Well, this side isn't as steep as the satellite or topo map shows. It's actually really mellow. Our tarn slash lake, it's unnamed, is pretty sure somewhere up in here. So we're really close right now. I took a really bad line on my way up. Ended up getting into some exposure. Some great views up here. There's where we were earlier today. And on the other side of that, right there, is where we were earlier today. Lots of ups and downs for today. We have camp set up. This is where we're at right now. Alright, we're making our charge for the summit right there. Don't think, it might have a name, might not have a name, can't remember. Put in below if it does, or it might just be peak, whatever the elevation is. But we're gonna gain the ridge right there and then just whoop, up to the top. And we'll be looking into the interior. As Aaron pointed out, we got this remaining snow here that looks like the state of New York, kinda. Well, there's maybe 30 feet from the true summit, which is right there. And holy crap, I love this range. It is so beautiful. Look at those colors. Pick a color, there's a mountain with that color. So impressive. Aaron, of all the mountains you see right now, which one is the most visually pleasing to you?
Most visually pleasing. Man, I don't know if I can make up my mind on that question, Andrew. You take one out of the hole and it's not the same anymore.
Look at all these colors.
Has to be just off of the right off the bat. Might be because of nostalgia. That whole ridge right over there between Glacier Peak and Eagle Cap. It's got the tiger stripes and then just that jagged ridge. Looks like a dragon's back.
There's our camp. And we are up here.
Yeah, we gotta go explore that shit, dude.
Oh yeah. Really see all these colors on these mounts. Which color is your favorite?
Probably the white and red zigzag ones over there. It's
That's
really
a good
pretty.
choice. That's a really pretty color. It's like tiger stripes, like Aaron put it. Yeah, she's talking about those guys right there.
There's another boundary right there between the white. Beams coming through and it's starting to get dark.
Very ethereal.
The hillside's starting to turn the way up. That one that we passed by.
There's the Sentinel right there. If you recall the video thumbnail of my Eagle Cap Highlight Highway loop video of Aaron walking that edge, that's what it was right there. So we're heading down now. We're gonna take a gander at Eagle Lake, that ridge over there. It's a really beautiful summit and a beautiful place. It is day 3. We're packing up camp. The wind actually did die down last night after a very windy sunset. This little halfway point of the night smelt a lot of smoke. Okay, we're heading back down to Eagle Lake. We're back down, one last look at Eagle Lake. Aaron found his water bottle, so that means no one camped here last night. Lonely Valley. Alright, so trip's over here, and got Aaron here, the poet of words, and I'm gonna actually ask him a loaded question and put him on the spot about this range and see, with his like excellent wording of everything, if he could like figure a way in and around this loaded question. It's not something I believe, but it's a loaded question just to see Aaron potentially squirm. Alright, so we've done a trip on the north end range to the south end of the range. South end's obviously a lot lonelier. Is the south end a lot lonelier because it is the north end's objectively more beautiful?
Okay. So that part of the range is kind of like a border, you know. I'm going to use my background in geology to begin this answer, I guess. And on that side of the range, there's more exotic terrains, which gives it more color contrast. So I guess you could say that, yeah, you got a lot more just vibrance over there, a lot more diversity in the terrains. But this part of the range is definitely the plutonic granitic complex, and there's a lot of it here. I was thinking today, if it's the most granite, you know, thinking of like, definitely not over the Sierras, but over the enchantments for sure. There's way more granodiorite here. And I think that's beautiful too, you know, because of the reflection of the sunlight off of it. It makes it really bright. I had to wear my sunglasses still the whole time because, you know, just it was almost like snow blindness in a way, just because of the reflective capabilities of granite and the light colors that are in it. And when you get up high here, we still saw the colorful peaks off to the east, you know, where it was just like a cake, like white, black, red, you know, and swirls, and then you got all the sills and the volcanic dikes cutting through all of it. Definitely is a kaleidoscope of color. When we were on the north side, another thing that I was thinking about last night in the tent is we didn't get the stars because it was a full moon the whole time, and so it was, you know, the stargazing got robbed by moonlight, and that was still beautiful too because the granite, like up at Raz Lake, was glowing in the middle of the night with the full moon. So that was just a different effect. And then of course, you know, last night was just, it was so cold, and the stars, like cold starlight, it's just like laying there, you know. Just a different perspective in the same range. Finally got to see the star. They were everywhere. Every
Yeah.
centimeter of the sky was filled with starlight the last 2 nights. So I fell asleep the first night under the stars. And
Yeah, you did.
Andrew and Lacey taking pictures, and they're avid photographers, you know. We're getting all set up, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave them to their work and I'm gonna go to bed. So
That's that. Another excellent trip in the Wallowas, and see you next time.
goodbye, Northwest Wanderers.
Bye, Aaron.